Lord, I hear John's story. I hear years of regret, years where he made himself the center and he lost you. Redeem those years, God. In your name we pray. Amen. Introduce yourself to us.
Okay, well, I am John Kubisch, coming here for about a year. The first I remember is my great-grandmother always praying. I even looked recently back in some of the old memorabilia, a little writing I had done about believing in God at a very young age. And while I always had inside of me this deeper question of what life is about, it wasn't until I retired about a dozen years ago that I really had the time to ask the big and important questions that I now realize were the keys to life. I'm thinking about the name New Life. It was like God put up a neon sign, and I think of introducing me to Chris. I mean, it was like God just took me and said, "Wake up, John." And it came at a time when I really needed that. I had been through the worst trauma of my life. It's only God at work in that. And there's no other explanation that either of us feel. And I've been transformed by going to the discipleship program and reading about God's love or praying. And I think I approach the world in somewhat of a more mental, intellectual approach. And to see the signs so clearly, there's no other explanation for them other than that's Him doing these things. I just think that younger people who have been brought to this better than I was or than I did with my own children, they are really the blessing. Just encourage them to make the commitment. That's what's going to carry them. Maybe everything's going well for them now. Maybe they don't have the big problems, but they will, and we all do.
I think there's
My tears in the basket.
It's Jackson and Christopher.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
Lord, I thank you so much for the Wallace. Introduce yourself.
I'm Christy Wallace. I am married to Daniel Wallace. We've been coming here for about 6 months. We have 2 amazing boys. Jackson, he's 3, and Christopher is 11 months. Actually, he'll be 1 next month.
So I got the privilege of being raised in a Christian family. So I remember giving my life to the Lord when I was about 6 years old. I kind of wanted to just see what the world had, spending time with my friends and just going to parties with them. And I just knew after one summer that wasn't who the Lord had made me to be.
I have scoliosis, and so one night the pain was so bad that I actually asked, I need to go see the doctor. And so they told me that I'm a candidate for spine surgery. I remember thinking to myself, if I got surgery, if I didn't make it out of surgery, I didn't know if I was gonna go to heaven or not. I had prayed and I just asked the Lord to reveal Himself to me in a new way. And one of my friends asked me if I wanted to come to a Bible study, and she had presented the gospel to me in a way that I don't think I had ever really heard before. Giving 100% of His life for me on the cross meant that there was only one right response, and that was the full surrender of my life in return.
The moment that God wowed me, that moment that both of our boys were born, and just seeing that first moment of them taking that first breath, and His presence was there with us the entire time.
I've learned how to give my kids back to God. They're not Daniel's, they're not ours together, they're the Lord's, and He is the only way. And I want my kids to see Jesus in me. So it's imperative that I stay close to the Lord, otherwise I'm not going to be able to do that for them.
It's been an amazing calling that He's put on my heart to really reach out to our veteran population. That's always something that is going to be a desire on my heart.
We've only been here for 6 months, and there have been more opportunities presented in how to get connected and how to go deeper in a relationship with the Lord than I personally ever experienced before. Serving on the women's ministry team, Moms Matter, being on the worship team. That's more than I have done in the last 13 years of being a Christian in 6 months of time. I'm growing and I'm learning a lot, and I'm enjoying it so much.